We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
If you work in quality control at a candy factory, you know strict safety regulations come with the job. It's why you partner with Grainger. Grainger helps you find the high-quality and compliant products your business needs to inspect, detect, and help correct issues. And the sweetest part is, everyone gets a product that's as safe to eat as it is delicious. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, so today we're diving into something pretty massive.
Yeah, we are.
This final season of Stranger Things. And we know it's coming sometime this year.
We do.
It's crazy to think it's actually ending.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like it's been around forever, and it's become such a big part of like the TV landscape.
I mean, culture, yeah.
So we wanted to kind of go deeper than, you know, the usual like announcements and trailers and really get into what it took to bring this whole story to a close.
Yeah, exactly. And we've been looking at some really interesting things Sadie Sink has been saying. You know, she plays Max.
Right.
And she was recently on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast with Josh Horowitz, and she talked a lot about filming this last season, and it's been a really fascinating look behind the scenes.
Absolutely. What we're really interested in is the emotional side of things.
Yeah.
You know, what's it like to end something this huge?
Yeah.
What can we learn from Sadie's experience about, you know, how intense it was and what this final season might be like, not just for the actors, but for us, the viewers, who've been on this journey with them for so long.
Exactly. And I think one of the most interesting things Sadie talked about was how she felt when she first realized the show was ending. She said she kind of felt numb, which is...
That's not what I would have expected.
Right. You'd think it'd be like super emotional, but...
Yeah, tons of tears.
Yeah, but she was like, I just felt numb. And it makes you wonder if that's like a natural response.
Maybe it's like a defense mechanism almost.
Yeah, like a way to protect yourself from feeling too much at once, especially when you've been part of something for so long.
I mean, that makes sense, right? You're so used to being part of your life, and then suddenly it's not.
Exactly. And she talked about how it wasn't until the final table read that it really hit her.
Oh, wow.
Like hearing everyone read the scripts out loud and actually seeing the words end series on the page.
Oh, wow.
That's when it became real for her.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, she was like, we were all crying afterwards, and it was a total mess.
Oh, man.
And she particularly mentioned sharing that moment with Maya Hawke, who plays Robin.
Right.
And that really shows you how close this cast is.
Yeah, it's more than just acting at this point, right? They've been through so much together.
Exactly. It's like they're a family.
A family.
And Sadie actually used the word messy to describe the whole experience of saying goodbye.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's not going to be clean and simple. It's like breaking up with someone you've been with for years, you know?
You've built a life together.
There's history there.
Exactly.
And it's going to be hard to let go.
And she also talked about how after the table read, she felt this sense of relief.
Yeah, like a temporary reprieve.
Because they still had months of filming left, so it wasn't over yet.
Right. It was like, okay, I know it's coming, but I can push it to the back of my mind for now.
It's like a stay of execution.
Exactly. But then, of course, the final day of filming came, and it was really tough for everyone.
I bet it must have felt so surreal, like the end of an era.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, we often talk about the actors and their experiences. But Sadie made a point of mentioning the crew and how dedicated they've been.
Yeah, she was really impressed by them.
It makes sense. They're there every single day working so hard behind the scenes.
Right. They're the backbone of the whole production.
A show like Stranger Things is huge.
Oh, it's massive.
So many moving parts, so much to coordinate, and the crew's been there through it all for years.
It's a year-long shoot, and they're there every step of the way.
And Sadie also talked about something I think a lot of us have noticed, which is seeing these former child actors now as adults.
Right. We've literally watched them grow up on screen.
I mean, it's been amazing to see.
It really is. And it's interesting how the Duffer Brothers, the creators of the show, have incorporated that growth into the storytelling.
Yeah, they seem to have adapted the material to where the actors are now in their lives.
Exactly. Sadie mentioned that they're really good at meeting the actors where they're at.
And you can see it in the characters, right? They're dealing with more mature themes and their relationships are more complex.
Definitely, they're not kids anymore, and the show reflects that.
And it sounds like Sadie's really proud of the work her fellow cast members have done this season.
Oh, yeah. She said there are some amazing performances and arcs.
It's got me even more excited to see it.
I know, me too.
And when you think about it, if the actors are this emotionally invested,
Yeah,
it's got to translate to a powerful experience for us, the viewers, too.
absolutely. These aren't just actors reciting lines. They've
think.
lived these roles for years. They've poured their hearts and souls into it.
And they form such strong bonds with each other.
Exactly. And Sadie's comment about not wanting the show to end,
Yeah.
even after everything they went through, that really speaks volumes about how much this experience has meant to her.
It's clearly more than just a job for them.
Definitely. It's a huge part of their lives.
And it's incredible to think how much the core cast has matured over the years.
I know. It's wild to think Millie Bobby Brown and Finn Wolfhard started out as like tweens and teens.
Right.
And now they're full-blown adults with years of experience.
Gotta have an impact on their acting. You know,
Yeah.
they bring so much more to the table now.
Absolutely. They have a depth and nuance that they didn't have before.
And for Sadie specifically, we left off with Max in a coma after that terrifying encounter with Vecna.
Right.
So when she wakes up, she's going to be facing a whole new reality.
Yeah, Hawkins has been invaded by the Upside Down.
Who knows what kind of state she'll be in, mentally and physically.
And how is she going to cope with that on top of everything else she's been through?
It's definitely going to be a major part of the final season.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think it's worth taking a step back and appreciating what a phenomenon Stranger Things has become.
Yeah, it's more than just a TV show. It's a cultural touchstone.
It's captured that 80s nostalgia perfectly
Mm-hmm.
and blended it with this supernatural horror element that just works.
It's a really unique mix.
And it's all thanks to the vision of the Duffer Brothers.
They created this world.
They brought Hawkins, Indiana to life and unleashed the Upside Down on us.
And they've managed to keep the story fresh and exciting for all these years.
Since 2016.
Yeah, it premiered in July 2016, and it's been a massive hit ever since, both with audiences and critics.
Right. It's won tons of awards.
It's become a global phenomenon.
And the franchise is expanding too. We've got an animated series in the works.
There's even a stage play.
That's how you know it's made a real impact.
Definitely.
And it's all thanks to the incredible cast.
Absolutely. We've got Winona Ryder David Harbour, Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard,
Gaten Matarazzo, Caleb McLaughlin, Noah Schnapp,
Natalia Dyer, Charlie Heaton,
Sadie Sink.
Maya Hawke, Joe Keery, Jamie Campbell Bower.
Wow, what a lineup.
They're all fantastic.
And of course, the Duffer Brothers, Matt and Ross.
The masterminds behind it all.
And there are even video games like Stranger Things.
1984.
It's become a whole multimedia empire.
It's incredible.
It really is. And it's great to see the actors branching out into other projects like Sadie's upcoming role on Broadway.
Yeah, she's going to be in John Proctor as the villain.
Wow.
It's awesome to see them all growing and evolving.
It's kind of bittersweet, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's exciting to see what they do next, but it also means Stranger Things is coming to an end.
Yeah, it's the end of an era.
But what an era it's been.
Absolutely.
So to wrap things up, it's clear from Sadie Sink's interview that filming this final season was a really emotional journey for everyone.
Yeah, that final table read seems like it was a real turning point.
When the reality of it ending really sunk in.
And the cast and crew have become so close over the years that saying goodbye was really tough.
Yeah, it's not just a job for them as a family.
And I think all that emotion is going to come through in the final season.
I'm sure it will.
It's going to be a powerful and poignant goodbye.
We've watched these actors grow up on screen, and now we're going to see them bring their character arcs to a close.
It's going to be a truly special event.
Absolutely. So here's a final thought for you as we wait for the final season to drop.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what Sadie said about that emotional table read and how invested everyone is in this show.
Yeah.
What are you most excited to see, or maybe even a little nervous about?
What storylines are you hoping they'll wrap up?
Exactly. And how do you think the show will end?
Yeah, what kind of legacy will Stranger Things leave behind?
It's been such a huge part of pop culture for the past decade.
It's definitely made its mark.
So what do you think its lasting impact will be?
That's a lot to think about.
It is, but it's going to be an amazing ride.
I can't wait.
Me neither.